It's always been fun to see who could lift Thor's hammer, whether that be from Marvel or DC or any fandom across media. And that's what I want to do in this video. It's going to be a fun little video just exploring which characters from any fandom could lift Thor's hammer. But before we get into this video, I want to look at what criteria a person has to meet in order to lift Thor's hammer. In order to lift Thor's hammer, you must be deemed as worthy by Odin's enchantment. Now, depending on the writer and the comic, it varies from story to story, but the general criteria is that you must be selfless, be willing to sacrifice yourself, be righteous, and acting for the greater good rather than personal glory. And in general, it's just about proving that you're a noble character. So with that out of the way, let's get into our list. So the first character we have on our list is the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. Now, I think that Optimus Prime embodies all of the criteria that we mentioned before, simply because he was not always leader of the Autobots. He started as a humble worker named Orion Pax, a data clerk, but he was chosen to wield the matrix of leadership to defend Cybertron against the rising threat of his old former friend, Megatron, and his legion of Decepticons, and he became the beacon of hope for the Autobots. To say that Optimus Prime is a noble character is an understatement. He was willing to destroy his own planet in order to save the human race in Transformers 3. He believes in the freedom of all creatures, no matter where they come from and no matter what they believe. I know Optimus Prime has this representation of him being a psychopath, and it's kinda true, to be honest.
Give me your faith.
However, I still believe that he embodies the characteristics that make him worthy to lift Thor's hammer. Peter Cullen, the voice actor of Optimus Prime, has an amazing story about his auditioning for the character. He talks about how his brother inspired him for the making of the voice of Optimus Prime.
And his face got somber and he said, Peter, if you're going to be a hero, be a real hero. Don't be a Hollywood hero type with all the BS and all the yelling and screaming and trying to be tough. Be strong enough to be gentle. Okay, Larry.
Be strong enough to be gentle, or quotes like that embody Optimus Prime as a character. He might be the leader of the Autobots, but he's willing to do small things that inspire people. Like this moment where a sick kid asks Optimus Prime to see if he could transform for him. Not only is Optimus Prime a great leader and a noble character, but his bravery is unmatched. He literally fights his arch nemesis for millions and millions of years, and he never gets tired. He always keeps fighting. And could you just imagine Optimus Prime lifting Thor's hammer, the amount of power he would get, and the different kind of powers we would see from a Cybertronian lifting an Asgardian weapon? That'd be so cold.
My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rave!
Next is a character that I think has to be on the list, and that's Commander Erwin from Attack on Titan. When we talk about leaders in fiction, he has to be up there. The way that this man can gallivant a whole army to fight for whatever cause he wants is legendary. Seriously, when you think about it and you deep it, he got a group of soldiers to fight this. I don't know about you, but I would never ever fight no Titan in my life. Whenever you listen to Commander Erwin's speech, it just makes you ready for war. It just gives you energy. But the reason why he's so dedicated and the reason why he's so motivated is because of his childhood trauma and his obsession to uncover the truth about humanity's world. Commander Erwin chose to die for his truth than live in a world with his guilt. This might be a controversial pick to put on this list, but the reason why I put Commander Erwin to be able to lift Thor's hammer is simply because, yes, he did send people to their death, but ultimately his words and his speech is what gave them courage to fight Titans. And he was willing to do the same what he told his men to do. He was also in the front line willing to die for the cause. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if Commander Erwin should be on this list or not.
I will see my duty fulfilled, no matter what it takes. No one shall die here!
Moving on, we have Rengoku from Demon Slayer. Now I know 100% all of us agree that he should be on this list. If there's one character from Demon Slayer that can lift Thor's hammer, it's him. Some might say Tanjiro, but I feel like Tanjiro is young and still needs to learn a lot of things. Meanwhile, I think Rengoku is much more experienced and more wise, and he taught Tanjiro a lot of things before he died. Like a lot of characters on this list, Rengoku was willing to die for what he believed in. Rengoku didn't care that Akaza was killing him, he only cared about protecting innocent people and made sure that no one else got hurt. He even apologized to Nezuko, saying that he no longer sees her as a demon and he recognized her as a good person. Rengoku's mom taught him that people with strength should look after the weak and should protect them no matter what. This is where Rengoku gets his morality from, and when Akaza begs him to turn into a demon, this is why he refuses. Rengoku knows that humans grow old and die, and that humans are fragile in general, but that's exactly why he protects them. He knows that life is beautiful, and that's why he doesn't want to become a demon. He recognizes that if he becomes a demon, then he will no longer appreciate life. It won't be a sacred thing. And when Rengoku is resting after Akaza delivered his final blow to him, Rengoku knows that he has not long left to live. So instead of raging, he sits Tanjiro down and gives him words of wisdom, telling him to keep fighting no matter what. And these words would inspire Tanjiro to keep fighting and get revenge on Akaza and Muzan. And even though the Rengoku has passed, his memory hasn't. Tanjiro still remembers Rengoku, and he motivates him to keep pushing forward.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
Moving from one anime character to another, we have All Might from My Hero Academia. Just like Superman is the symbol of hope for DC, All Might is the symbol of hope for My Hero. He inspires generation after generation of people with quirks to become superheroes. The thing that makes All Might special is that just like Deku, he was born quirkless. He didn't have any superpowers, but regardless of that, he still wanted to help people. And it's that selflessness that makes him worthy of lifting Mjolnir. All Might is such a good hero that even the hero killer Stain liked All Might because of his selflessness and how he doesn't see All Might as a selfish hero like the others. When it came down to All Might vs All for One, he really had everyone panicking that he couldn't beat All for One, but he didn't give up, he pulled through. And not only did he pull through, but when he raised that fist, he just inspired a whole nother slew of heroes to come through. Honourable mentions go to Superman and Wonder Woman. I feel like I should have put them on this list, but I think everyone knows that they're worthy. And not to mention they have lift Thor's hammers. Whenever Marvel and DC crossover in the comics, those two always lift Thor's hammer, so I felt like it was unnecessary to put them in, but I feel like I should talk about it. I'll start off with Wonder Woman first. For context, the in-universe explanation is that the Marvel universe and the DC universe recognise each other's existence, and both of them chose champions from the respective universes to fight each other. Thor was put against Captain Marvel at the time, and Captain Marvel was beating the brakes off of Thor to the point where Thor lost his hammer. But eventually Wonder Woman found it when she was fighting Storm, and she picked it up, and of course she was worthy. Wonder Woman wielding Mjolnir increased her power exponentially, but she decided not to use it against Storm, considering it would be cheating. It makes sense that if Marvel and DC was to cross over, Wonder Woman would be able to pick up Mjolnir. I mean, her whole thing is peace, and she's a noble character. Alright, moving on to Superman. Just like Wonder Woman, I'm going to provide some context to the moment of him being worthy. During a battle, Thor is knocked down by an enemy called Krona. Don't worry about it. As the situation became desperate, Superman picks up Mjolnir and he continued to fight. And in the same scene, he's also shown to be wielding Captain America's shield as well. That's what you call aura farming. He picked up the two most well-known weapons in Marvel Comics like it's nothing. And again, just like Wonder Woman, it makes sense for Superman, the beacon of hope of DC. It makes sense that he would be able to lift it. And that's all I have for this video. Maybe I'll make a part 2, including different characters from different genres next time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.